Daeron's dragon Tessarion lose her blue fire? House of the Dragon explained. Spoiler warning. This video contains spoilers for House of the Dragon Season 3 and references Fire and Blood. One of the biggest talking points after House of the Dragon Season 3 Episode 4 isn't just Daeron Targaryen, it's his magnificent dragon, Tessarion, also known as the Blue Queen. Fans immediately noticed something unusual. Tessarion is famous in George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood for her stunning blue appearance and her distinctive blue-tinged flames. But in the TV series, many viewers were left asking the same question. Did Tessarion lose her blue fire? Or is HBO changing one of the dragon's most iconic features? Let's break down everything we know. First, let's talk about why Tessarion is so special. Unlike dragons, such as Vhagar, Caraxes, or Syrax, Tessarion has always stood out because of her appearance. In Fire and Blood, she's described as having cobalt blue scales with brilliant copper highlights. Even more importantly, her flames are described as having a blue hue, making her one of the most visually unique dragons in Targaryen history. That's why fans were so excited to finally see her in live action. The nickname, the Blue Queen, isn't just because of her scales. It's also closely connected to the striking color of her fire dot. So why does her fire look different in the show? The simplest explanation is that it's largely a matter of cinematic lighting and visual effects. Many scenes involving Tessarion take place in daylight or under smoky battlefield conditions. Blue flames can be much harder to distinguish on screen than they are in written descriptions. Instead of making the fire completely blue, the visual effects team appears to have focused on giving the flames subtle blue highlights while keeping them believable alongside the other dragons. That doesn't necessarily mean Tessarion has lost her signature fire. It may simply be less obvious in certain scenes. Another possibility is that HBO is choosing a more grounded interpretation. In the books, many dragons are described with vivid colors that help readers imagine them. Television adaptations sometimes tone down those details to make the creatures feel more realistic and visually consistent. The same approach has been used with armor, castles, and even dragon designs throughout the series. So while Tessarion's fire may not appear bright blue in every shot, the show still emphasizes her unique blue scales and elegant appearance. It's also important to remember that dragons in House of the Dragon aren't identical. Every dragon has its own personality, appearance, and fighting style. Vhagar is enormous and devastating. Caraxes is long, aggressive, and unpredictable. Sunfire is famous for his golden beauty. And Tessarion is known for her speed, grace, and distinctive coloring. Even if the exact shade of her fire looks different from what some readers imagine, she remains one of the most recognizable dragons in the story. There is another interesting theory circulating among fans. Some believe Tessarion's blue flames may become more noticeable as she grows older or during larger battles. We've only seen a limited amount of her on screen so far. Future episodes could showcase longer dragon sequences where her unique fire becomes much easier to see. If that's the case, HBO may simply be saving those spectacular visuals for the biggest battles later in the season. Of course, Tessarion isn't just important because of her appearance. She is Prince Daeron Targaryen's dragon. Together, they become one of the Green's strongest military assets. Daeron is calm, disciplined, and honorable, while Tessarion is fast, agile, and incredibly dangerous in combat. Unlike Vhagar, who overwhelms enemies with sheer size, Tessarion relies on speed and precision. That combination makes Rider and Dragon one of the most effective teams in the Dance of the Dragons. As the war intensifies, Tessarion will play a much larger role. Her battles, her bond with Daeron, and her place in the Green Army are all becoming increasingly important. Whether her flames appear bright blue or only carry subtle blue tones, one thing is certain. The Blue Queen has finally arrived. And her biggest moments are still ahead. So, did Tessarion really lose her blue fire? Based on what we've seen so far, there's no confirmation that HBO has removed this famous trait. It's more likely that the effect has been adapted from live-action cinematography, making it less dramatic than some fans expected. Future episodes may reveal even more of Tessarion's unique abilities. Until then, the debate continues. What do you think? Should HBO have made Tessarion's flames much brighter and more obviously blue, or do you prefer the more realistic look from the series? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more House of the Dragon explainers, dragon lore, hidden details, and Episode 5 breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.